I believe even for Bwana Raila, back then, during the election, during the time for the election and everything, he had said that, we're not having any negotiations. Both sides had said we'll not have any negotiations. So now, to force us to come onto the table, raises questions. Why would you want to force them? I would expect Raila to be able to just call Ruto directly. Mm-hmm. Those two, by the way, are not enemies. And he can talk to him directly. And he can say, okay, let's sit down and let's talk. What are we talking about? We're talking about the country, right? Someone asked today, okay, fine, if we're talking about IEBC now, let's talk about the Cherera 4. How were they appointed? What happened then? And why was it that at that particular point, the Azimio side did not have any issues? They're the ones who they were the appointing authorities, and they did not have an issue. The same thing is happening now, and now we are on the streets. And this is not to say that I'm supporting. In fact, I liked what Raila said, that Kenya should consider going to like the state's way, where elections are happening in counties. I think that would be ideal, because then you'll have everything happening in the counties, and it will not be that we are waiting for these tallies to come, the way it's happening, because there's a lot of issues with that. The wait period alone, mm-hmm. The waiting period alone, whether everything is okay or not, the waiting period alone already starts raising questions. If there's a glitch in any, in a system or anything, yes. Mm-hmm. There's issues.
Pretty much. Sikolia, I want us to go for a tiny break, but once we come back, Meshack, because now there's the question that majority of the people who are not supporting these demonstrations are asking, is it a case of just Raila Amolo Odinga, or it's a case of a governance issue? The issues that Raila Amolo Odinga is representing here today for these demonstrations, are they the issues that the people of Kenya really want solved? And if so, the question that's going to come is, hasn't the current government, number one, given us a promise, and number two, shown that indeed, if they have not solved it, then they are on the way to solving it? Once we come back right here, because I think the conversation then has picked online as well. The hashtag is morning drift. Those questions that you're coming in, Meshack, I see you have a lot of questions on Facebook as well that have been directed to you as well. We're going to look at that as well when we come back. But the conversation goes on as well. Be involved. I am at Kiagesimba. Any comments that you have, then I'll be putting them across to Sikolia and Meshack as well once we come back.